Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Hi, Jenna. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
good. Getting used to this being at home thing, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's all a bit strange, but yeah, becoming more usual now.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, if you're joining us, please introduce yourself and tell us, do you prefer watching films at home or the cinema, and why? Okay, so introduce yourself and tell us, do you prefer watching films at home or the cinema, and why? Jenna, do you want to start? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. So my name is Jenna. I'm a teacher at my English school in Bologna. When it comes to watching films at home or at the cinema, actually, I usually prefer watching films at home. I like that you can get comfortable. You can have a cup of tea, put on a blanket. So yeah, watching films at home, definitely.
It's really cozy.
Yeah, a lot cozier, a lot more.
Yeah, when you're at home. Good. Hello, Pasquale. Nice to see you. Perfect. Oh, from Salerno. Excellent. Okay, Pasquale, can you tell us, do you prefer watching films at home or at the cinema, and why? I think I would agree with you, Jenna. I prefer watching films at home usually. It's more relaxing. You can sit on the sofa, you can eat, you can do whatever you want. Maybe if I'm in a big group of people, so with a lot of friends, it's good to go to the cinema. It's like an exciting thing to do.
Yeah.
But generally, I like watching at home. Okay.
Okay, because we'd say because I'm far from the cinema.
Yeah, so we need to be. I'm far, or I live far.
Live
Is an alternative.
Okay.
Be careful. Far from too. I live far. Jenna, do you live near to the cinema or far from the cinema?
Honestly, this is something I need to investigate. But I think I probably live quite close to a cinema. I live right in the center, so trying to be a few cinemas close.
Yeah, there must be.
Being in, I always watch films at home.
Yeah.
It's something I've been paying attention to.
Yeah, I guess if you don't go to the cinema, you don't notice if it's near or far. Okay, nice. I go to the cinema twice a month. Good. Just be careful. We would say the cinema. We're talking about the place, the cinema, the theater.
The cinema, yeah. And what's the last film that you saw at the cinema? What's the name?
Yeah. What was the last film you saw at the cinema? Pasquale or anybody else who's joining us, can you tell us what was the last film you saw? Sorry, at the cinema. Anna, can you remember the last film you saw?
Oh gosh, at the cinema. No. No, I do remember actually. I went to see some. I went with some friends to see The Lion King.
Wow, the new one.
Yeah. That was lovely.
Good.
It was really strange watching it in Italian because obviously you and I probably watched it in English the first time. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, in a different language. Yeah, I think I watched The Lion King at home on my sofa. Okay, we have Raffaele too. I prefer watching films at home. Yeah, good. So just be careful. We say the cinema, the theater, but with home, no the.
Yeah, no
we just say
article.
home. Yeah. Good. So yeah, the cinema, the theater, the gym, but just home. Ah, okay, yeah.
Nice.
It's very far from Salerno.
I'd
Hello,
love
say.
to see the Amalfi Coast.
I've heard it's very beautiful. In Vietri sul Mare. Very nice. Nice. So
All
everybody likes
genres.
all genres. Just be careful with spelling. Like this. Genres. Okay. So anybody else who's just joined us, Raffaele, Sabrina, do you prefer watching films at home or the cinema? And why? And what was the last film you saw? Oh, we've got lots of people joining us today.
Yeah.
Nicoletta too. Jenna, do you want to read Nicoletta's comment?
Hi, I'm Nicoletta from Pescara. I prefer watching films at home because staying in bed is more relaxing.
Yeah,
I have to agree.
definitely.
Nicoletta.
Yeah, being in bed is more relaxing than being in the cinema. Good. Excellent. Anyone else prefer watching at home or in the cinema? Or a different question, what was the last film? Hi, we have Massimo from Bologna. Hi, Massimo.
Hey.
Welcome. Same question to you. Do you prefer watching films at home or the cinema? And why? Or if you've already answered the question, what was the last film you saw?
Dogman. Okay.
Dogman.
Have you seen it?
I don't know this film. Have you heard of it before, Jenna?
No. Was it good?
Yeah, tell us. Did you enjoy it? Was it good? Good. And just be careful with the sentence structure. The last film I saw was. So we need the subject first. The last film I saw. Okay, Massimo, tell us your preference. Do you prefer watching at home or the cinema? And what was your last film? Good. At home. I think everybody prefers at home.
Careful, Massimo, with the spelling of watching. There's no H before the A. Okay?
Yeah. Like this. Watching movies at home. Good. So anyone else? Pasquale, Massimo, Nicoletta, Sabrina, your last film. The last film you saw. How
Sometimes
often
it's
do you?
hard to remember.
Yes, it's
It's been
difficult
a
to
long
remember.
time.
The last film I saw at home was The Hole. I don't know what genre is this type of film. Can you tell us? Good. Last movie.
Il richiamo della foresta. Richiamo in English would be I'm not sure myself.
The call, the recall.
The recall, yes. Of the forest. Okay.
Once Upon a Time in America. Excellent. Good. So just be careful when we talk about the last film. Remember, we need the was. Yeah. Last film I saw was. Il Padrino.
Was it
Nice.
different? time you saw the Il Padrino, the Godfather?
The first or many times?
Yeah.
The Godfather in English. The Call of the Forest. Oh, very nice. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Was it good, Jenna?
Yeah, it was good. Have you seen it? Have you
No,
seen
I
it?
haven't. I've heard some of the music, but I haven't seen the film.
Yeah, it was interesting to see Lady Gaga in an acting role. She was very good.
Yeah, maybe this week I will watch it. Good. So just guys, remember I need was, not is. The last film I saw was. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at the focus. If you guys want to continue introducing yourselves, please do, if you're joining us. Jenna, would you like to read for us? Oh,
Okay.
slide. Here we go.
So, describing a film in this focus activity, describing the details of a film, favorite film genres, and asking questions about films.
Yeah, perfect. Let's talk about film and movie. Anyone tell us what's the difference between film and movie? Okay, we have Pasquale. The stars are Harrison Ford and Dog Book. Okay. Nice. So this is the Call of the Forest.
Is there a difference between film and movie?
I think the meaning is the same. Maybe the country that we're talking about is a little bit different.
Exactly.
We can use both, though. We understand them. But yeah.
Film USA, movie UK. No, it's the opposite.
The opposite way around. Yeah.
Yes.
So in the UK film, in the Bahamas, what do you say?
In the Bahamas, we use a lot of American words more than British words, but some things are the same. So we say movie.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, Massimo, the meaning is the same. The difference is the film is the UK, a movie in the USA. But we can understand both. Good. Also be careful with pronunciation. When we talk about genre, pronunciation is like this. Genre. Oh, Pasquale, don't apologize. It's okay,
Yeah, so
don't worry.
Exactly. The J is very soft. Je.
Je.
Yeah. So it's yeah, like the French pronunciation.
Yeah, like the person, the name, genre. Okay. Massimo has a question about the Bahamas. See the sea. What else? Oh,
What else?
Okay.
If you're planning on going on holiday within the next year, I would definitely recommend coming to the Bahamas.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We've got very friendly people, and it's just, yeah, it's peaceful.
Yeah, quiet. Okay, good. Okay, it's better of the film. Do you mean it's better than? In comparison. Better than the film. Yeah, so maybe the Bahamas as an island is better than watching a film. I agree. Okay. So here we have some questions. What is your favorite film or movie? What is the title? And why do you like it? Okay, guys, can you answer these questions? What's your favorite film or movie? What is the title? And why do you like it? Jenna, do you want to give them an example?
Okay, sure. So my favorite film is a film called Billy Elliot. Have any of you seen the film Billy Elliot? So The reason why I like it is because it's very inspiring. The actors are fantastic, and I love dance, so it's about one of my hobbies.
Yeah, it's very inspiring. I agree. Raffaele, my favorite film is Blow. Excellent. Can you tell us why? Why do you like it? I would say my favorite film, or one of my favorite films, is Inception. It's quite old now, it's 10 years old. But it's really interesting because it talks about reality and different ideas of reality. What is reality? So it's very psychological. It's a psychological film. Okay. So Massimo, Pasquale, Sabrina, Nicoletta, what's your favorite film and why? Ah, Lisa.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Classic film. Excellent. Pasquale, my favorite film is Avatar. Excellent. Pasquale, why? Why is this your favorite film? I have never seen Avatar.
Oh, it's a true. Okay, Raffaele, I liked because said a history true. We say, I liked it because it is a true story. Okay. Yeah, I like about true stories as well.
Yeah, very nice. It's a true story. Good. Sabrina, my favorite film is Ghost. Okay, Sabrina, why? Massimo, my favorite film is Lord of the Rings with an S. Wow, why? Okay, and Pasquale for Avatar. Special effects. Definitely lots of special effects. Good. Okay, Sabrina, why? Why is your favorite film Ghost? Massimo, why is it Lord of the Rings? Nice. A romance.
It is a romance, yeah.
Yeah, remember in English we need the it. It's really important. We don't miss the subject because it is a romance. Because it is romantic.
Yeah, more often we say, we call these films romantic films.
Yes, good point. I like it because it is a fantastic story. Yeah, so again, remember it is a fantastic story. Because in Italian you can tell the subject by the verb, by the form of the verb. In English, we need to always have the subject. It is. Jenna, do you want to read?
Sure. Lisa says, my favorite film is Titanic because it gives me many emotions. Yes, you're not the only one.
It makes me cry. Good. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Let's talk about some different genres. Okay. Can you guys tell us any different genres? Can you think of different movie genres? So we've had romance already. Can you think of any more? You like... Sorry?
No.
Do you
repeat what you said?
That's okay. Do you like romantic films, Jenna?
Maybe maybe they're not my favorite. It
Hmm.
depends. It depends on the story, of course, how good the
Yeah.
actors are. It depends.
Yeah, me too. Um, good. So in this film, there is a love story. Yeah, it's very warm. This
Okay,
was
so guys,
Avatar.
remember, genre means type of film. So what other types of films are there?
Yeah, I think romance, it definitely depends on the type of film. Some of them are really cheesy, but some of them are nice. It depends.
Yeah.
Um, I really like Bridget Jones's Diary. It's
Oh yeah,
a really
that's
funny
that's
film.
a funny one. Okay, so when you think of funny films, what genre, what type of film is a funny film? What do we call them?
Yeah, something that makes you laugh. Can you guys tell us any? Okay, I don't have a favorite genre. Drama, adventure. Good. Romantic, adventure, spy stories. Nice. Good. So, can you guys tell us what's the name of a funny film? What do we call it when a film is very funny? Ha 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 ha.
It begins with the letter C. I'm sure you know it.
Yeah. Funny film. It is a. What about spy stories? Jenna, do you enjoy watching films about spies?
Actually, yeah, I do. I have to say, it's not a film genre I watch a lot, but yeah, they're good too.
Yeah, me too. I
Like
like
James
James
Bond.
Bond.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
doesn't?
classic. Okay, maybe we should tell them a funny film is a comedy.
Comedy.
A comedy. Okay. So here we have some different genres: fantasy, romance, action, comedy, animation, musical, horror, and science fiction. Okay. Can you guys tell us what's the difference between fantasy and science fiction? What's the difference?
What's the difference? And can you think of any examples, any names of the fantasy and science fiction films?
Yeah. I think I prefer fantasy personally to science
Oh, yeah.
fiction. What about you?
No, I prefer science fiction.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it depends on your personality, maybe
Well,
characteristics.
could be a little bit of personality, just personal preferences.
Yeah. So, guys, can anyone tell us what is the difference between fantasy and science fiction? I really like musicals too.
Hmm.
I really enjoy music, especially the classical musicals. Okay, not real. Yeah, fantasy and science fiction are not real. But what's the difference? Why are they different? So, for example, Harry Potter is fantasy. Star Wars is science fiction. Why? What's the difference? Jenna, do you like Harry Potter?
Again, I'm not a big fantasy fan, but I did enjoy the Harry Potter series, I have to say.
Yeah. Especially because I was quite young. I was a teenager when Harry Potter came out. I imagine you were the same.
Yeah, in fact, I think it was on my 12th birthday, 12th or 13th birthday. My uncle gave me the first Harry Potter book as a gift. So that was nice.
Yeah, it was that period of life. Can anyone tell us? So Harry Potter is fantasy. Star Wars is science fiction. What's the difference between Harry Potter and Star Wars? What about horror, Jana? Do you enjoy horror films?
If it's a psychological horror, then maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I'm not really, I don't like blood and yeah. That's
Yeah, me
one
too.
thing. Yeah.
I don't like horror films. You have a good example from Pasquale. Fantasy, the never-ending story. Science fiction, Armageddon. Good. So fantasy is something magical. Science fiction is something technological or scientific. Yeah, so fantasy is to do with magic. Think of Disney, Disney films. Science fiction is something technological or scientific, but they're both not real. They're both invented. Okay, perfect. Okay. I think we have one more question. Can you think of any adjectives to describe your favorite film? What adjectives?
So, for example, earlier I said I liked Billy Elliot because it's really inspiring, emotional film. How would you describe your favorite film?
Yeah, so good adjectives. Jenna said inspiring, emotional. Yeah,
Definitely.
fun. Yeah, we agree. So which adjectives describe your favorite film? My favorite film is Inception. So I would definitely describe it as interesting, as psychological, um, as unusual. Maybe a little scary. Funny, crazy. Nice. Good. Good adjectives. Okay, any more adjectives to describe films? One good adjective is moving. The film is moving. When something makes you emotional. Yeah, Pasquale, good. Beautiful. Excellent. Beautiful, funny. Very good. Okay, any more? And crazy, funny. So yeah, I would describe Titanic as a really moving film. It's really emotional. Perfect. Thank you, Pasquale. Yeah, beautiful. Like this. Beau. Beautiful. Okay, let's move on. Maybe if you want to continue giving us some adjectives, that would be great. Let's have a look at some film vocabulary. So, the story of the film. Story of the film. Can anyone tell us the name? Yeah, interesting. Great. Good adjective, Sabrina. Well done. So the story of the film. What word can we use to describe The story of the film begins with a P. What is the story of Billy Elliot?
Okay.
Jenna.
Yeah. So, the story of Billy Elliot is, the setting, this is where the story takes place, is in Durham, England in the 1990s. There's a young boy who, whose father wants him to be a boxer, right? Like a lot of fathers may want for their young boys. But one day, he comes across a dance class, a ballet dance class, and he's so inspired. The ballet teacher lets him practice one lesson. He finds that he loves ballet, and secretly, his ballet teacher trains him so that he can audition for a proper ballet school.
Yeah, I remember very clearly the end of the film where he's grown up, he's an adult, and he's become a dancer. Excellent. So does anyone know the story of the film is begins with the P, the plot. Sabrina, yeah, perfect. Story of the film is the plot. Very good. What about the location of the film? Location of the film. Jenna mentioned this quickly before. Can you remember the location of the film? What's the name? So I was trying to remember this morning the plot of Inception, but it's very confusing because it talks about reality, it talks about dreaming, going into dreams. But I remember he had to find something. He had to find an object. And yeah, he had to go into dreams, people's dreams, to find it. This is the plot of the story.
Okay, so this word begins with an S. See if you can remember.
Yeah, this location of the film is the S. Where is Billy Elliot located?
In England in the 1990s.
Okay, Massimo has a bad connection. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, technology is not always good. Can anyone tell us the location of the film? Sabrina, Pasquale, Raffaele. Yeah, we'll give them this one.
Oh, okay.
The setting. Yeah, we have a good example. The location of Avatar is in space and new planets. Excellent.
Good, Pasquale. Just be careful in the space.
No, the in space. Like this. Okay. Yeah, so setting is location. So I could say the setting of Avatar is space. In the theater.
The location of my, we should say, favorite film is in the theater. Favorite.
Yeah, favorite and theater. Good. Okay, let's have a look at the vocabulary. Jenna, do you want to read?
Film vocabulary. Match the new vocabulary. Okay, so we've got title, genre, setting, soundtrack, director, plot. Okay. The story of the film. What do we call the story of the film? Okay, you can write your answer below.
Okay, in the meantime, Massimiliano, Lord of the Rings is set in Middle Earth. Between good and evil. Good. So Middle Earth.
Okay. What do we call the story of the film? What's the name again?
Can you remember? I think Sabrina said it before. Okay, good. The title is the name of the film. Perfect, Pasquale. Definitely.
Good. Okay, I'll read all the definitions on the right, and then we can get them matching with the words on the left. So we've got the story of the film, the music of the film, when, where the film takes place, the person who makes the film, the type of film, and the name of the film. Okay, which we've done.
Excellent. And Pasquale, genre is the type of film. Perfect. Good.
Okay, so what's the setting, guys?
Yeah, perfect. That genre of the film. Yeah, Massimo, in English we would say Middle Earth is the location. Yeah. It's a slightly different translation, Middle Earth. Very connected to Lord of the Rings.
Okay, Pascal, something.
Yeah, perfect. Where or when? So in 2012, in Russia, for example.
Okay, good. Raffaele and Pasquale have it. What about the soundtrack? What's the soundtrack?
Yeah, the soundtrack is a really important part of the film. If there's no soundtrack, it would be very difficult. Yeah, Nicoletta, perfect. The music of the film. Okay, director, the person who makes the film, and plot, as we said before, the story. Good. Excellent. So let's have a look at setting. When we talk about setting, we often use the verb to take place. So, for example, Inception takes place in a modern America. Yeah, Pasquale, perfect. Plot is the story of the film. So Inception takes place in modern America. Can you guys write for your favorite film? When does it take place? What about Billy Elliot? Jenna, when does Billy Elliot take place?
It takes place in the 1990s. No, sorry, 1980, the 1980s.
Yeah, I think it was a bit before the film.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when Thatcher was head of the country.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher. Okay, the history of America. Good. Can you give a sentence with take place? Now, where does your favorite film, take place? Another film I really like, which is a new film, is Little Women, which takes place in America, I think in the 19th century.
Okay, so remember that take place is not the same as where was it filmed. Yeah, so it's where the story takes place.
Good point, yeah. It's the location not of the filming, but of the story, of the plot. So, for example, The Godfather also takes place in America and I think in Italy a little bit. Yeah, Massimo, can you tell us where? Where does your favorite film take place? Oh, yeah, perfect. Soundtrack is the music. Good. Okay, so my favorite film takes place in modern America. And Jenna, your favorite film?
My favorite film takes place in Durham, England.
Good. Okay, so Pasquale, Raffaele, Sabrina, Nicoletta. Where does your favorite film take place? The take place is the setting.
Oh, yeah.
Massimo, what's your favorite film? Where does it take place? Example, Billy Elliot takes place in England. I can't remember which city. Do you remember the city?
Durham.
Ah, Durham, okay. Avatar takes place in future America. Okay. It takes place in the Gang of New York. Okay. Anyone else? Sabrina or Nicoletta? Where does your favorite film take place? And notice here we have the S because we're talking in the third person about the film. It takes place. Okay, we can move on to the next question. If anyone else wants to write a sentence, please do. Okay, next question. Okay. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio based in New York, maybe 1863. Very good. So here is another question for you about your favorite film. Perfect, Pasquale. Titanic takes place in England from Southampton. Very good. Yeah. On the sea. Okay. So can you tell us who are the main actors in your film? Yeah, in the county, the shires. Yeah, it takes place in the county. Good.
Who's the main actor in your favorite film?
The main actor in my favorite film is Leonardo DiCaprio. And in Billy Elliot, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Jamie Bell.
Of course, yeah. Jamie Bell. The main actor is Leonardo DiCaprio. Good. The same as me. Very famous actor. Can you think of any more actors? Good, Nicoletta. Titanic takes place on a cruise ship. Definitely. Be careful with the S. Takes place. Because it's the third person. Okay. Any of you guys want to tell us who are the main actors or stars? Or who is the director? If you know. Sabrina. Jenna, do you want to read?
Sure. The main actors are Demi Moore and Sam. Okay. Careful with the main. Main adjectives are always singular. And you don't need to repeat the subject. So the main actors are. Okay?
Yeah, perfect. So actor is the subject, so we don't need they. Yeah, the main actors are it. What about the director? Does anyone know who directed the film? Do you know who directed Billy Elliot?
Billy Elliot, I didn't know at the time. So the director is Stephen Daldry.
Nice.
Stephen Daldry.
So you say Billy Elliot was directed by Stephen Daldry. I don't know if the spelling is correct.
Correct. Yeah. Good.
The director of Gangs of New York was Martin Scorsese. Nice. Good. Yeah, so we can choose. We can use in the active, like this, okay, or the passive. Billy Elliot was directed by. Yeah, Inception was directed by Christopher Nolan. I know more as an actor. Yeah, Inception was directed by Christopher Nolan. That's really good. The director is Ridley Scott. Good. Be careful, the director. I'm very impressed with their knowledge of directors.
Okay, so this story, what is the plot? So earlier I described the plot of Billy Elliot. You described the plot of Inception, which is a little complicated. What is the plot of your favorite story? Favorite film?
Yes, maybe a summary. What's the main story? So, for example, in Titanic, the boat sinks. What is the main story? The main plot of your favorite films? Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to remember the plot, especially if it's like,
yeah, say the plot in 2 sentences, maybe, is even more difficult.
Definitely, it's very difficult to condense it into one sentence or 2 sentences. Especially maybe for action films or thrillers when they have complicated plots. It's quite difficult. Yeah. So Viggo Mortensen, Elijah Wood are the actors. Yeah. In Lord of the Rings, definitely. Hey guys, we have 1 minute, so it's a challenge. Can you tell us about your plot in 1 minute? Counting down. So who did we have today? Massimo, Pasquale, Sabrina, Nicoletta, Raffaele. We have a comment. Raffaele. Jenna, do you want to read?
Yeah. So Raffaele says the plot was Gangs of New York about the crime in the USA in 1862. Okay.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so it was about crime, definitely. Just be careful with the date. We don't need the. Yeah, so in 1862. No. Okay, guys, I'm afraid we're going to have to finish there for today. Thank you for joining us and for telling us about your favorite films. If you wait 10 minutes, there will be another webinar. We will be looking at how to. So talking about hobbies. Okay, thank you very much, Raffaele.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Pasquale, for your plots. Okay. Bye. See you in 10 minutes.
Bye. See you
Bye.
next week.